Hello everyone, welcome to Vishesh Educational Videos. So in this video I am explaining solving of LPP, linear programming, right, using simplex method. So I am going to explain how to solve LPP problem using simplex method. So this is my problem here. So you can see here, this is the maximize case. So in the next session I'm going to explain minimize case also. So this is my problem. Z is equal to 12x1 plus 16x2 and the constraint, this is the objective function, that is Z, 12x1 plus 16x2, and my constraints are, there are two constraints here, 10x1 plus 20x2 lesser than or equal to 120. Sorry for the handwriting, guys. So 8x, second constraint is 8x1 plus 8x2 lesser than or equal to 80, and x1 comma x2 greater than or equal to 0. So this is my problem. So I have to solve this problem using a simplex method, right? So now see, I will solve the problem now. So solution. So in the solution, what I have to do means, in a simplex method to solve this problem, I have to add slack variables. Slack variables means temporary variables. So I have to add slack variables, right? So slack variable is what? Slack variable is nothing but the temporary variable. So now I will add the slack variables. See here. So max of z. So max of z is equal to 12x1 plus 16x2, right, plus, so I am adding slack variables here, 0 s1, because this is temporary variable and the value is 0, right, 0 s1, next plus 0 s2. So what I did here, now I added the slack variable to the objective function. This is compulsory in simplex method. Now in the same way I have to add the slack variables for my constraints also. See here, 10x1 right, plus 20x2, 10x1 plus 20x2 plus s1. So s1 is equal to 120. So what I did here, so I added the slack variable for my first constraint also, right guys, and I can call this as equation 1, and I can call this as equation 1. In the same way I can add slack variable s2 for my second constraint, that is 8x1 plus 8x2, right, plus s2 is equal to how much? The value is 80. So value is 80, and I can call this as equation 2. So this is my equation 2. You can see here. So this is my problem here. So for these constraints I added the slack variables. So you can see here. So see, 10x1 plus 20x2 plus s1 is equal to 120, and I can call this as equation 1. 8x1 plus 8x2 plus s2 is equal to 80. This is the second equation, and the solution is also added with the slack variable 12x1 plus 16x2 plus 0s1 plus 0s2. Right, guys? So I added the slack variables. Now after adding the slack variables, what you have to do? You have to construct the uh, table. You have to construct the simplex table. You can see here, this is the initial simplex table. It looks like this. See here several terms are used here. CBI, this is cost, I will explain that, and this is the basic variable column, and this is the CJ column, and solution column is there, ratio column is there, Zj is there, Cj minus Zj is there. Now what I will show you means, I will calculate the values for this initial simplex table, right? Then you will get an idea. See, Cj values are nothing but, so these are the values of your see, Cj values are nothing but these are the values of your objective function 12x1 plus 16x2. So you can see so what are the values? 12x1, 16x2, 0s1 plus 0s2, right? So I will add that. So see, 12, so 12, this is the first value of the objective function. Next 16, so 0s1, 0s2, you know that s1 value and s2 value is 0. So 12, 16, s1, s2. You can see how I add this 12, 16, 0, s1, 0, s2. So I added that values here. Getting, guys? Now basic variables. What are the basic variables? You can see here my basic variables x1, x2, s1, s2. This is my basic variable. These are my basic variables. See here, I will write that x1. So my basic variables are what? x1, x2, s1 and s2. Sorry for the handwriting, guys. So right, so s1, x1, x2, and what I have to write? And I have to write s1, s2, because s1, s2, s1 is also slack variable, s2 is also slack variable. So that's why s1, s2. See, so I added the basic variables, right? So these are the x1, x2, s1, s2. Now what is the and here in this column, what you have to add means, you have to add slack variables. So what are the slack variables? So s1 and s2. Getting, guys? I am adding like this. So in this column I added slack variables. What are the slack variables? s1 and s2. Now I have to find out the value for this each variables. So how I will find out the value means, you can see here, what is the value of x1? 10. What is the value of x2? 20. What is the value of s1? 0. See, I will write this. So see, so x1 value will be what? 10. You can see that. So x1 value will be 10. So and x2 value will be 20. Right? S1 value. So S1 value is there in the first constraint, right? So you can see S1 value is what? 1 year. In the first constraint S1 is there. So S1 value will be 1. S1 value will be 1. And S2 value will be 0. S2 value will be 0. In the same way, what is the next constant values for the coefficients x1 and x2? 8x1, 8x2 plus s1 is not there, s2 is there. So 8x1, see, I will write that. So see, if you get any doubts, please post your doubts in the comment section. So 8 x1, 8x2. So s1 is not there in the second constraint? 0. But S2 value is what? 1. So S2 value is what? 1. Getting, guys? So I filled the values for the coefficients. You can see. Very simple. Very simple. And solution value, you have to write the solution value also, right? So 120 is the solution value for first constraint, 8 is the solution value for second constraint. So I will fill that also. So 120, right? And 80 is the value for, sorry, so 80 is the value for second constraint. 120 is the value for the solution in the first constraint, 80 is the value for the second constraint, right? Now I have to find out the value of Zj. Actually, to find out the value of Zj, there is a formula. Zj is equal to, these simplex problems are lengthy but very easy to understand, right? So Zj is equal to summation, you know that, right? Summation I is equal to 1 and 2, right, within brackets. So CBI, right, CBI, right, next Aij. Don't worry, this formula is very complicated, but I will show you how to easily find out the value of Zj. This is the formula, but this is complicated. I will show you how to easily find out the value of Zj here. So for that, see, so very simple, guys. See, 10 into, see, what is the, oh, and one more important thing I forgot to tell you. So what is the cost? CPI is what here? Cost. Cost of S1 is what? 0. Cost of S2 is what? 0. So I will fill 0 in this space. Sorry for that. So S1 cost is 0, S2 cost is 0. So now how to find out the value of Zj? Very simple. See here, first value you have to multiply 0 into 10, 0 into 10 plus 0 into 8. See the mouse, guys, see the highlighter. 0 into 10, 0 plus 0 into 8. I will show you that. So see here, 0 into 10, 0 into 10 plus 0 plus 0 into 8. What is the value? So 0 only. Getting, guys, how I did that? See, I will repeat that. So first cost value 0 into 10 plus second cost value 0 into 8. 0 into 10 plus 0 into 8. What is the value? 0 only. So what is the Zj value for first column? So 0. Getting, guys? So next, in the same way I will find out 0 into 20 plus 0 into 8. See, I will find out that also. 0 into 20, 0 into 20 plus 0 into 8. What is the value? Again, value will be 0 only. So now see, what is the value of Zj in the second column? 0. Getting, guys? In the same way, see, 0 into 1. Next, 0 into 0. 0 into 0. Obviously, the value will be 0. Next, see, 0 into 0 plus 0 into 1. Obviously, 0. The value will be 0. Anything multiplied 0, because the cost here, the CBI value is 0, right? So obviously all the values will become 0 only. So what is the Zj value here? 0. And 120 into 0 is what? 120 into 0 plus 180 into 0. 80 into 0. obviously that value is also 0 only. So cost is 0, right? So that's why all the values of zj will be 0 only. Getting, guys? So very simple this is. No need to worry about the formula. The cost value plus first variable, cost value, and the first variable of the second constraint, like that. You know that I showed it, right? So like this you have to calculate the value of zj. Now what is cj minus zj? Cj value, you know that, right? Cj 12 minus 0 is how much? 12 only. Very simple. See, cj value 12 minus 0, how much? 12. So everything will be the same values only, because 16 minus 0 is what? 16. 0 minus 0, 0. Again 0. Getting, guys? 12, 16, 0, 0. These are my cj minus zj values. But now you have to check for optimality. What is optimality? Optimality means there are two conditions to check optimality. Listen this carefully. So optimality can be checked by, see here, optimality. So optimality condition for minimization problem. So minimization problem, all cj minus zj values will be for what? For minimization. I am talking about minimization problem. So all cj minus zj value, right? All cj minus zj value will be equal to, right? See here, lesser than or equal to 0. So cj minus zj value will should be what? So lesser than or equal to 0. But for maximization problem, cj minus zj is greater than or equal to 0. But what is my problem? Minimization problem. Sorry, for minimization, the value should be zj greater than or equal to 0. Sorry for that. So for maximization, cj minus zj should be lesser than 0. Right? Getting, guys? So here, so that is my problem is what? Maximization problem means all the values should be lesser than 0 or equal to 0. So this is for maximization, sorry. Right? For maximization, my cj minus zj value should be lesser than or equal to 0. But you can see here, see the initial table, all the values are equal to 0. But see, these two values are what? Greater than 0. 12 and 16 are greater than 0. Now I can't stop. I have to continue further. I can't stop. I have to continue further. That means I have to continue for the first iteration. Right? Getting, guys? So see, I will show you that how to continue with the first iteration. Before first iteration, what you have to do means you have to select maximum of cj minus zj. So here, what is the maximum value for cj minus zj? 16. So 16 is the maximum value. Before proceeding to the second iteration, you have to find out the maximum of cj minus zj. So what is the maximum of cj minus zj? 16. So this column, this particular column is there, right? This will become key column here. Which column? So 16 is there, right? That column, that is this 20, this 20 and 8, right? This column, right? This column will become a key column. Getting, guys? This is a key column where I find this maximum value of cj and zj. Cj minus zj is 16, right? So this column will become, right, key column. Now how to find out the key row? To find out the key row, see, what I have to do means I have to divide the solution value with the, right, corresponding column value. See, I will do that. 120 divided by 20. Simple guys, right? 120 divided by 20. Next 80 divided by 8. So to find out the ratio, what I did, I divided the solution value with the corresponding column element I found out. How I find out the column element? We have to find out the maximum value in the Cj minus Zj. So what is the ratio? So ratio will be 6. And for this, ratio will be 10. Getting guys? So I found out the key column. Now I found out the key row. How to find out the key row? See, to find out the key row, getting guys, you have to find out the ratio with the minimum value. You have to find out the ratio with the minimum value to find out the key row. Here, which is the ratio with the minimum value? 6. This is the minimum value, right? So that's why, so this is my key row. So getting, so this is my key row. Getting guys, this is my key row. But what is the key element here? You have to find out the key element. The intersection value is there, right? See 20 here. This value is intersected, right? The 20 is the key element here. Getting guys? So my key element is what? 20. Don't get confused guys. So key element is 20. Getting? So first what I did, I found out the maximum value of Cj minus Zj, that is 16. So now I have to make that column as the pivot. You can call the key column as pivot column also. You can call the key element as pivot element also. That is one and the same. So see, this row, this column become the key column. Now, how to find out the key row means you have to find out the minimum value of ratio. You have to find out the ratio of solution and the corresponding column values. 120 by 20, 80 by 8. So what is the minimum value? 6. So this row, particular row, will become key row. Now how to find out the key element? So key column and key row will be intersecting, right? That intersection point will be your key element. That is 20 will be your key element. Getting guys? So now I can proceed with the second iteration. Why I have to proceed with the second iteration? I told you all the values should be for the maximization problem, all the values of Zj minus Cj should be lesser than 0 or equal to 0. But here 12 and 16 are positive. That's why. Right? So we will see this. Now I will move on to the second iteration now. See, first iteration now. That is the initial simplex table. Next iteration, how I have to calculate means, now one more important thing before that you have to know is, see, here one variable is leaving and one variable is entering. So here S1 is leaving, X2 is entering. Which one is leaving? S1 is leaving, X2 is entering. See, don't get confused. So S1 is, right, S1 is leaving, X2 is entering. Why I have to include X2 in the table in a basic, in this column means, because you can see where I found the row, particular row, minimal key row is this one, right? That's why I have to remove the slack variable, because slack variable is temporary. I have to remove this. I have to remove the S1 and I have to include which variable? X2 variable, right? So S1 will be removed and X2 will be included. So we can see that in the first iteration. See, so my basic variable will be X2 and S2. So instead of S1, what I did, instead of S1, I introduced X2. S1 is leaving, X2 is entering. You can see S1 is leaving, x2 is entering. That's why S1 I removed. It is out of the table. Getting, guys? Now in the same way, you have to write the CJ value. The CJ value will remain the same. It won't change. That is, what are the CJ values? 12, 16, 0, 0. These values won't change. Right? 12, 16, 0, 0. So basic variable is changed, you know that. Now, what are the basic variable? X1. Here you should not change anything. Here the value should remain same. Only in this column, right? Only in this column the value should change. Right? So S1, S2. Getting, guys? So now how to find out the values? This is very important. So see here, how to find out the new values for x2, because these are the old values, right? So these are the old values, but for x2 now I have to find out the new values. How to find out that new values? See here, for the row that is where the key element is found, it is very simple. You have to divide all the elements by the key elements. For example, this what is the first element here? 10. You have to divide with 20. 10 by 20. Getting 10 by 20. See, I will do that. See this, right? So 10 by 20. Here I will write. So 10 by 20. So what is the value? 1 by 2. So guys, how I did this? Simple. Don't get confused. So what I have to do means, I have to find out the new values for x2, right? So to find out that, I have to divide all these values. See, I have to divide all these values by the key element. What is my key element? 20. So I have to divide 10 by 20. So 10 by 20 is what? 1 by 2. 1 by 2. 10 by 20 is what? 1 by 2. And what is the cost of the x2? 16. You have to write this. Earlier it was 0. But now the cost of x2 is what? 16. 1 by 2. In the same way, you have to find out for the second value. See, 20. This is the second element. 20 by 20. Because the key element is 20 only. So 20 by 20. How much? So 20 by 20. 1. So 20 by 20 will be 1. In the same way, if you are not understanding, please post your doubt in the comment section. See, what is the S1 value? 1. What is the S1 value? 1. So 1 divided by what? 20. So 1 divided by 20 means what? 1 by 20. S1 is 1, right? That's why. 1 by 20. What is the value of S2? So S2, 0 by 20. 0 only. So these are the new values. Getting, guys? So this is 0 only. Right? If you are not understanding, I will write. So 20 by 20. So this is the second value. Next. So S1 is 1 by 20. So 0 by 20 is how much? 0 only. Right? That's why. Getting, guys? But solution. What is the value of a solution? 120 by 20. 120 by 20. See here. So 120 by 20. 6. 120 by 20. 6. Now I am dividing. Don't get confused. Not a ratio. The solution will value will change. 120 by 20. What is the key element? 20. So 120 by 20. My solution value will become what? 6. Getting, guys? How I found out the new values for x2 means I divided all the elements. I divided all the elements with a key element, that is 20. 10 by 20, 1 by 2, right? 20 by 20, 1. You can see 20 by 20, 1. Right, 1 by 20, s1 value is 1, right? That's why 1 by 20. 0 by 20 is 0. Solution 120 by 20 is what? 6. So I found out the value for what? The new values of x2. But for s2, you can't directly divide the elements with the key elements. No, you can't do that. For s2, the new values of s2 can be found out by using a formula. There is a formula here. So new value of s2 is can be found out by old value minus corresponding key column value into corresponding key row value divided by key element. Don't worry, I will solve that. Alright. To find out the new value of s2, I have to use this formula. But in the first row, here you can see, in the first row, I can easily, because key element was found in the first row, right? That's why I can divide all the elements with the key element only. That's why I found out the value like that. But s2, for finding out the s2 value, you have to follow the formula, because the key element was not found in s2. That's why. So what is the formula? So this is the formula. New value is equal to old value minus corresponding key column value into corresponding key row value divided by key element. Don't worry, I will solve this. Very easy. See. So we will solve this. Right? See. I will solve this. So very simple. So what is the old value? Simple. See. Take your time. So what is the old value here? Sorry. So what is the old value of s2? Old value of s2 is what? 8. See guys, old value of s2 is what? 8. So I will take that value. So old value of s2 is what? 8. So what is the formula? Old value of s2 is 8. How I got that? You know that. Old value of s2 is 8. But what is the formula here? Formula. Old value minus corresponding key column value. So what is my corresponding key column value? See, key column value, how you have to find out means, see, corresponding key column value. So what is the corresponding key column? Remember one thing, key column value will remain same for all the values. See, key column value means this one. This is the key column, right? That's why key column value remains same for every values. This is 8. So 8 minus 8. So 8 minus 8. 8 minus 8. Right? Next, what is the into corresponding key row value? How to find out row value? See, very simple. Row value for s2. What is the row value here? Right? So for s2, the row value is 10 here. For s2, see, for s2, the corresponding row value is what? 10. This is the corresponding row value. See, 10 is the corresponding row value for this. 8 is the old value, right? For corresponding row value is what? 10. Right? So you have to write 10. 8 minus 8. 8 minus 8 into 10. So into 10. 8 minus 8 into 10. Now what is the next? Divided by key element. What is the key element? You know that key element is 20. Key element is 20. Don't get confused, guys. Key element is 20. How I did this? So see, I will brief this once. So according to the formula, my S2 volt value is what? 8. My S2 volt value is what? 8 into corresponding minus corresponding key column element is what? 8. See, column element is remains the same for every iteration. I will show you that 8. Right? Next, minus corresponding row. Row is what? For this is the element. So for this element, what is the corresponding row? This is for 10 divided by what is the key element? 20. You can see that. So what is the value here? What is the value here? Right? Value will be 4. So how I got that? That is 8 minus 80 by 20. Right? So 8 minus 4 is equal to, what is the value? 4. Getting, guys? So this is the new value for S2, first element. See, this is the first iteration. Don't get confused. So what is the new value of S2 now? 4. New value of S2 is 4. In the same way, I have to find out the new values for S2, all the new values. See, according to the formula, right? What is the old next value? See, what is the old value now? Next value 8 only. This is the next value. Old value is what? 8. What is the column value? Column value is also same. 8 minus 8. Right? See, I will write this. 8 minus 8 into corresponding row. You can see the row. You can see the row here. See, row. Don't get confused. For this corresponding 8, what is the row value? 20. See. 20. Right? So 8 into 20 divided by key element is what? You know that 20. Right? So 8 minus 8 is what? 0. 20 get cancelled. So this is the value 0. So see, what was the first value for first iteration? So actually this was I think it is copied one more time. No problem. I will remove this. Okay. So see, this is also sorry for that. See, yeah. So now what is the second value? 0. Getting, guys? How I found out? You know that, right? Now next. So what is the third element? New value of S2 I am creating here. New value of S2. So see, what is the third element? 0. The third element is what? 0. Corresponding column element is what? 8. I told you column element remains the same. Right? So see, so I will write that. So 0 minus 8 into, what is the corresponding row? Row element. See, row element. For this row element, what is the row element? 1. See, guys, 1. So that's why. So I have to write this. So 0, 8 into 1. What is the key element? You know that. So 8 by 20. That is 0 minus 2 by 5. So what is the value now? Minus 2 by what is the value? Minus 2 by 5. The value is what? Minus 2 by 5. So what is the new value of S2? Minus 2 by 5. Now, what is the for the next value? So what is the old one? 1. Old value is what? 1. But the corresponding column element, it remains the same, 8. So see. So I will rub this, I will erase this. So 1 minus 8. 1 minus 8 into, what is the row value? Row value. So see, row value I will show you. 0. See, for this element, what is the row value? Corresponding row value? 0. Getting, guys? So 1 minus 8 into 0. 1 minus 8 into 0. What is the corresponding key element? 20. So what is the value? 1. What is the value here? Right? What is the value? 1 minus 8 into 0 divided by, right? See, what is the value here? 1. Right? So what is the value? 1 here. See, value is 1 here. So 4 0 minus 2 by 5 1. Getting, guys? Getting now. Solution I have to find out, right? So for solution also I have to repeat the same thing. See, for solution, what is the value? 80. 80 divided by 20. See, I will show you that. Same formula I have to apply. See here. 80 minus, this is the old value, you know that. Old value is what? 80. See here, see here. 80 is the old value. Now minus corresponding key element 8, it remains the same. 80 minus 8 into, what is the corresponding row? What is the corresponding row here? Corresponding row, you can see. Corresponding row, sorry, this is the new iteration, right? Sorry. So corresponding row is what for this? 120. See, 120. So I have to write 120. So what is the key element? You know that it is also remains the same. So 20. So what is the value? So the value will be 32. So what is the value? 32. So now, so the value, this value will become 32. This is the new value. Getting, guys? So these are my new values for S2. Getting? Right? I found out the new values for S2. Now, see, ZJ. So ZJ formula I told you. So S2 value here, cost is what? Cost is 0. So you know that. So now I have to find out the value of Zj here. So see, I will find out the value of Zj. Right? So see, I will show you that. You know that formula, right? 16 into 1 by 2 plus 0 into 4. 16 into 1 by 2 plus 0 into 4. So how much? So 16 into 1 by 2 plus 0 into 4. So how much? 8. So Zj value will be is what? Zj value is what? 8. Zj value is what? 8. See, I will write that. Zj value will be 8. Now, in the same way, see, 16 into 1 plus 0 into 0, obviously 16. These are Zj values, guys. Next, 16 into 1 by 20. So, 16 into 1 by 20 plus 0 into minus 2 by 5. The value will become 4 by 5. Value will become 4 by 5. Calculate this. I am writing directly, but you can calculate that. 4 by 5. Now, so 16 into 0, 0, 0 into 0, 0, 0 into 1, 0. So obviously the value will remain 0. So these are the Zj values. So these are the Zj values. What are those? 8, 16, 4 by 5, 0. Now, what is Cj minus Zj? 12 minus 8 is what? 4. 12 minus 8 is what? 4. 16 minus 16, 0. Next, 0 minus obviously 0. Sorry for that. So minus 4 by 5. Sorry. 0 minus 4 by 5 will become what? So 0 minus 4 by 5 will become minus 4 by 5, and this value will be 0 only. Getting, guys? So you can see there, still the condition is not satisfied. It should be 0 or less than 0. See here, this value 4 is there, right? It is still positive. 4 is still positive. That's why I have to continue with the new iteration. So third iteration, I am talking about the second iteration, right? So second iteration I have to continue, because why? Y means you can see here 0 valid, minus 4 by 5 negative valid, 0 valid. But what about 4? What about 4? This is positive. That's why I have to continue my iteration. See, I will continue. See here. So now which is leaving and which one is entering? That you have to find out now, right? So now I will find out that. See, what is the maximum value of Cj minus Zj? The maximum value of Cj minus Zj is what? 4. This is. That's why this will be your what? Column, key column. Getting, guys? So that's why this will be your key column. So what is my key row? What is my key row here? So you have to find out the ratio here. Ratio will find out. So 6 divided by 1 by 2. What is that? 6 divided by 1 by 2. 6 divided by 1 by 2. 6 divided by 1 by 2. Because you can see that the column value is what? 1 by 2. So I am dividing it. 6 divided by 1 by 2. Right? 6 divided by 1 by 2. So that ratio value is 12. Right? Now 32 divided by 4. 32 divided by 4. How much? 4 8 is 32. So value is 8. Right? Now, which is the minimum value of ratio? 8. So this will be your, which one? This will be your key row. Right? So this will be your key row. So what is your key element? My key element, see the intersection point, you can see 4 is the key element. So my key element will be 4. And which is the variable that is leaving, and which is the variable that is entering? S2 is leaving and x1 is entering now. which is the variable that is leaving and which is the variable that is entering. You can see here which is the variable. So here see which is the variable that is leaving. S2 is leaving here. I will write S2 leaving. Which is the variable that is entering? X1 is entering. X1 entering. S2 will leave, X1 will enter. So now I will calculate the new values for this. See, the table will look like this. So now which are the variables? So X2, X1, because you know that X1 is entering, right? That's why I will write here. So X2, X1. So Cj value will remain the same, right? Cj value will remain the same here also. So 12, 16, 0, 0. Getting? So now what are the values for basic variable? So x1, x2, s1. This this will remain the same. S1, S2. So x2, x1, because S2, right, it go out. Instead of that, x1 came inside the table. Now how to do this? So see here. So how to find out the new values for this? So see what is the, so I will find out the x1 values first, because the key element was 4, right? So 4 divided by 4, how much? Instead of s2, what was the value that is entered? So x1. So now the new value for x1 will be 4 divided by 4. So what is that? 4 divided by 4 will be 1. Getting, guys? Don't get confused, please. Right? Now see, 0 divided by 4, because key element found in this row. That's why I am dividing all the elements in this row with a key element. 0 divided by 4 is what? 0 only. That's why this value will become 0. Now see, minus 2 by 5 divided by 4. Minus 2 by 5 divided by 4. The value will become minus 1 by 10. Calculate that. I am directly writing that. Minus 1 by 10. Right? Minus 1 by 10. What is that? So minus 1 by 10. So next. So 1 divided by 4. 1. So what is the value? 1. 1 divided by 4 will be 1 by 4. So I am finding out the new values for x1. Now, right? So what is the value for, see, ratio? What is the value? 32. 32 divided by 4, 8. Now obviously the solution value will change. 32 divided by 4. How much? So 32 divided by 4 will be what? 8 only. So 32 divided by 4 is what? 8. So now I found out the value for x1, because key element was found in the s2, right? That's why instead of x2, x1 entered, right? That's why I found out the new values for x1. Now how to find out the new values for x2? The formula, don't forget the formula. New value is equal to old value minus corresponding key column value into corresponding key row value. So I will write that. See, so now, so here 1 by 2. What is the old value? See. What is the old value? Old value for x2? 1 by 2. Okay. old value for x2 is what? 1 by 2. So I will write that. So 1 by 2. Next, what is the formula? Corresponding old value written corresponding key column value. So what is the key column value here? 4. So key column value will what? Sorry. Key column value is 1 by 2 only, because key column value is same. So 1 by 2. So see. Sorry. So 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. Now into what is the key? What is the key row? What is the key row value? See, for this key row value is what? 4. Don't get confused. The key row value is 4 for this 1 by 2. So that's why I will write this 1 by 4. Now what is the key element? Key element is 4. You know that. Key element is what? 4. So what is the value? This 0. So what is the new value now? What is the new value for x2? 0. Don't get confused, guys. Right? Now what is the next element? What is the next element here? 1. Old value of x2 is what? See here, 1. So I will take up that 1 minus. So corresponding. So what is the formula? Corresponding key column value. What is the corresponding key column value here? 1 by 2 only. See, key column value is 1 by 2 because it won't change. Right? Sorry. See, 1 minus 1 by 2, that remains same. Sorry. 1 minus 1 by 2, that remains same. Sorry. 1 minus 1 by 2, that remains same. Now what is the corresponding row? Into what is the corresponding row element? Into what is the corresponding row element? You can see this in the here. The corresponding row element is what here? 0. See, for 1 the corresponding row element is what? 0. So that's why I will write it as 0. Right? So what is the corresponding key element? 4. It remains same. So what is the value here? The value is 1 here. Right? So the new value of this x2 is 1. Now what is the old value? See guys. What is the 1 by 20? Old value is 1 by 20. So I will write that. So I will erase this now. So 1 by 20 minus key element column, it remains the same, that is 1 by 2 into what is the row value? So row value, see row value, see, minus 2 by 5. For 1 by 20, what is the row value? Minus 2 by 5, guys. So what is the key element here? 4. So what will be the value? 1 by 10. So value is what? 1 by 10. Now so I have to write 1 by 10 here in this place, S1. So 1 by 10. Last remaining two values are there, right? So we will finish it fast. So what is that? 0 old value. C1s 0. old value is what? 0. So that's why, so 0 column, you know that it remains the same, 0 minus 1 by 2 into row, corresponding row, C1s. I have to take from first iteration, don't get confused guys. Now I have to take the values from first iteration. See, I'm taking from first iteration. So what is the corresponding row? 1. See, so I will take up that. So 1. So what is the key element? 4. That remains the same, you know that. So now what is the value? So value will be minus 1 by 8. So I'm directly writing that, but you can calculate that. Minus 1 by 8. So now I will write that value here. So what is the value? So minus 1 by 8. Getting guys? Now solution value also you have to find out, right? So the go to first iteration. See, what is the solution? 6, right? Old value of the solution is what? 6. So see, 6. So that's why 6 minus, so you know that 1 by 2, it remains the same. So corresponding row, you can see that. See guys, corresponding row, what is that? 32. For a 6, corresponding row element is what? 32, right? So you will write 32 divided by 4, key element, that remains the same. So what is the value? So the value will become 2 guys. So now I have to write here 2, because this is the new value. Getting guys? So I found out the new value for both the variables. Now I have to find out Zj. You know the formula. So cost I have to write. I forgot to write. What is the cost for x2? 16. You can see here only. The cost for x2 is 16. What is the cost for x1? You can see here only 12. Sorry for the handwriting guys. So 12, right? So 16 into 0 plus 12 into 1. Getting? So 16 into 0 plus 12 into 1. What is the value then? What is the value of Zj? So see fast, I will do it quickly. So 16 into 0 plus 12 into 1. So what is the value? 12. So now the Zj value is what? 12. I will write that. So here the Zj value is what? 12. Now next, in the same way, 16 into 1 plus 12 into 0. I will directly write this. 16 into 1 plus 12 into 0. Obviously, what is the value of Zj here? What is the value of Zj? 16. Right? Next. So 16 into 1 by 10. 16 into 1 by 10 plus 12 into minus 1 by 10. See, the value will become 2 by 5 guys. The value will become 2 by 5. 2 by 5. Directly I am writing this. You can calculate that. So now, see, 16 into minus 1 by 8. See, I will calculate one more time. So 16 into minus 1 by 8 plus. So what is the next value? See here. Where is that? Yeah, sorry. 16 into minus 1 by 8. Next, plus 12 into 1 by 4. Last value. plus 12 into 1 by 4. So what is the value you will get? So the final value you are going to get will be 1. What is the value? Final value 1. So I will fill that. I've calculated for 2 values. You can you can solve for remaining values also, because I written it directly. So now Zj value I found out. You know that, right? So 16 into 0 plus 12 into 1. Right? In the same way, 16 into 1 plus 12 into 0. 16 into 1 by 10 minus plus 12 into minus 1 by 10. In the same way, 16 into minus 1 by 8 plus 12 into 1 by 4. Like that. Right? Now, Cj minus Zj. 12 minus 12. 12 minus 12. See, Cj value is also 12. Zj value is also 12. 0. So 16 minus 16. Obviously, that is also 0. So 0 minus 2 by 5. So now the value will become minus 2 by 5. Minus 2 by 5. Next, 0 minus 1. The value now become what? Minus 1. The value now become minus 1. See, what is the optimality condition? What is the optimality condition for maximization problem? For maximization problem, all the Cj minus Zj value should be lesser than 0 or equal to 0. I told you already that. This is the maximization problem. So Zj value should be 0 or lesser than 0. See, all the values are here. 2 values are 0 and 2 values are lesser than 0. So now my condition, right? So my condition is what? Optimal. So my condition is optimal, and we should stop here. So my solution is what? X1. I found out the solution at x1 is equal to 8, x2 is equal to 2, and what is the Z value here? 128, and Z is equal to 128. So Z value, how I found out, means 16 into 2 plus 12 into 8. You can calculate that. 16 into 2 plus 12 into 8 will be 128. So my solution is what? X1. My solution will be found at x1 is equal to 8, x2 is equal to 2, and Z is equal to 128. Right, guys? Thank you for watching the video, guys.